Hello and welcome to No Access Required. Look at this on the screen next to me. 2010, 2013, 2016, 2017. Oh, halcyon days. And then 2020. Now I know that people have got their ideas about Xbox and the various consoles, but what I can tell you is back in the day, in the days of the 360, gaming was pure and hadn't been sullied by the many various business aberrations, problems that it currently faces now. Big business is a problem for us, the customer. Big companies seem to have lost sight of the fact that we, the customer, are their reason for living. The shareholder has become now their reason for living because they're led by CEOs, and CEOs have got to keep the money ball rolling because reputation is everything. Brand confidence is everything. And we are a few rungs down from the top of the ladder. If you look at what's happened with Xbox, certainly over the last 12 to 24 months, that makes sense of everything that they've done. Of course, on the outside, they're telling us that we are still king. Everything they're doing is for us. These videos, the one I'm playing here in the background, is telling us, without any shadow of a doubt, that we're at the center of everything they do. We're not. We've become the means to an end. And that isn't being a customer. That's not a customer's role. If we are the means to an end, our role within the retail chain has been disrupted. So, what do we have here? That's your Xbox storefront on the console. Looks right, doesn't it? What do we have here? These are dinosaurs. And if these things had eyes, they would look into the sky like the dinosaurs did and see a beautiful bright light hurtling towards the planet. And those games, just like the dinosaurs, are unaware that soon everything will change. And that brings me neatly into what is happening with Target, Walmart, Best Buy, etc. in the US. Displays are being taken down, games are being cleared out, it seems, some on sale. Not games, sorry, consoles, some of them on sale. It seems like these retailers are no longer stocking console stock. Do they know something we don't? Let me let you into a secret. They know something we don't. Because that's generally what happens. Does that mean it's the end of the Xbox console? Yeah, it's a difficult one because Xbox, in response to the backlash of the price rises, which, let's face it, is another huge debacle, if Xbox find a way to stop shooting themselves in the foot within the next 6 months, I'll be amazed, frankly. So they responded saying, no. We've got another Xbox console lined up. And of course, that was actually teased. They had concept art for it and everything. So my feeling is, if I'm being hopeful, that we've got one more Xbox console in the pipeline. And that business plans won't change because they so frequently do change. And then when we as customers and people who are interested in gaming as a whole do the post-mortem 6 months after the changes, and we have to ask ourselves then, when we have access to more facts than we did at the time, were we lied to? did the plans really change, or did they just feed us a line? Because they've never done that before, have they? Fed us a line. No. Something is definitely changing, or I should say shifting. And we, as the customer, just like with a price hike with regards to Game Pass, we're left picking up the pieces because they can always rely on the revenue stream to pick up the pieces. Government's been doing it for years with public money. Do you think a CEO worth their salt isn't going to realise that the same rules apply? Why do you think when times are harder than they've been in recent memory, when a week's shopping nearly costs a week's wages for many people, they keep putting the prices up? Could it be that the management team is entirely deluded? Well, they're earning a pretty penny, they've made loads in profits, so it's not a stretch to think that they might be. They're all in a tiny little club, as I said previously, patting themselves on the back and giving each other blowjobs. When you exist in an environment where everybody tells you that you're great, this is what we can expect. Failure, mismanagement, poor decision making, and a whole load of dickery, quite frankly. So where do we go from here? Well, beats the shit out of me, but I can tell you now. I think that the decisions that will be made won't have us, the customer, at the heart. They will have the business and shareholders at the heart. And you'll know the signs, because while the business and shareholders are at the centre of decision making, we will remain unsatisfied in the larger proportion of what Xbox gives us. As soon as we start being happy in the larger proportion of what Xbox gives us, we will know that decision making at the top is starting to shift. So for me, I still believe customer is king. What do you think? Or more importantly, what does Xbox think? If you have any views on this, let me know in the comments below. Do like, subscribe and share if you'd like. And until next time, hold on to your hats